Welcome to Evolve Every Day. Have you ever wondered if there's a secret, a single magical key that could unlock a life of vibrant health, profound happiness, and incredible wealth? There is. The most brilliant minds in history understood how to use it, while most of us go through our entire lives completely unaware of its existence. This miraculous power is simply called energy. If you're truly ready to learn how to harness this energy and fundamentally change your reality, I need you to listen closely. This might be the first time you've ever heard these ideas presented in this way, a complete vision for how energy shapes your world. The wisdom in this video is priceless, and the fact that you're here listening to this right now means you were meant to find it. So stick with me, because what's coming next will change the way you see everything. So what exactly is energy? After years of observation and personal experience, this is my definition. Energy is the invisible substance that builds your health, your joy, your wisdom, your relationships, and your wealth. It's something you can't see or touch, but it's overflowing with the power of attraction, persuasion, and influence. It is the invisible material that takes the dreams in your mind and makes them real in the physical world. I call it the invisible substance. Of course, you could call it your aura, your vibration, your life force, or your personal magnetic field. It doesn't matter what you call it. What matters is that you understand it is the force that determines the shape of your physical world. Think about it. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean it isn't real. You can't see gravity, but it holds you to the earth. You can't see the radio waves that carry music through the air. In the same way, there are unseen forces that govern our lives. Concepts like karma, intuition, and the flow of life force. It's precisely because we can't see them that we fail to grasp their immense power. When we face a problem in our physical world, we desperately search for a physical solution, completely ignoring the higher wisdom that could solve it in an instant. You see, our world exists on three levels. The first is the lower world, the physical world of things we can see and touch. Above that is the middle world, the invisible world of energy. And above that is the upper world, the world of consciousness and spirit. The upper world determines the middle world, and the middle world determines the lower world. Remember this, you can only solve the problems of the physical world by using the wisdom of the higher worlds. The rules of the unseen world dictate the reality of the seen world. Let me give you a few examples. Why did the person you love grow distant and leave you? Because the energy you were projecting was no longer powerful enough to attract and resonate with theirs. Why do you struggle to make money? Because your personal energy is too weak to create unique, high-quality products or services. You can't solve other people's problems so completely that they feel compelled and happy to pay you for it. Why are you so often sick and tired? Because your lifestyle and your habits have unknowingly drained your vital life force, leaving your body without enough energy to properly nourish your organs and heal itself. Why do you feel like you lack wisdom, constantly making poor decisions that lead you into difficult situations? Because your consciousness, your spirit, hasn't been programmed with the right energy of clarity and purpose, preventing true wisdom from ever taking root in your soul. Why do you struggle to guide your own children? Because your energy isn't strong enough for them to truly respect and admire you. Children aren't guided by force. They are influenced and shaped by the powerful, loving energy of the people they look up to. I know your life is busy, and I know that these ideas are big and not always easy to digest. If you just listen to this once, you might miss the most important parts. My advice is to see this through to the end and then listen again, maybe while you're driving or doing things around the house. Share this and save it to a playlist so you can come back to it. I can promise you, if you do this, in just a few short months, your entire mindset will evolve to a level you never thought possible. The moment you begin to understand the concept of energy, you gain access to a completely new and higher form of wisdom. You can use this energy analysis to see the true nature of every single problem in your life. It is powerful, and it is magical. So please remember this conclusion. If your life isn't going the way you want it to, it is absolutely certain that you have not managed your energy properly. A lack of energy is the root cause of every problem you will ever face. Every single thing in this universe, if you break it down to its most fundamental level, is just a swirling mass of energy. The life you are living right now is a perfect mirror, a direct reflection of your current energy state. The people who are truly successful, the masters of life, are simply people who have mastered a system for generating and maintaining their personal energy. They know how to channel that energy through specific actions to attract and manifest an incredible physical reality. I can tell you with absolute certainty that the saying, "thoughts become things," is real, but there's a condition. It only works if you have enough energy to power those thoughts. Can tens of tons of steel fly through the sky? Of course it can. We call it an airplane, but it can only fly because its engines generate an immense amount of energy. Of course, it's the same with people. Can someone go from having absolutely nothing to being wealthy and abundant? Of course they can. Have you ever looked around and seen those people who just seem to have life on easy mode, like they found a cheat code? Everything they touch turns to gold. Every project they start just works. Why is that? It's because their personal energy is so powerful, so magnetic, that success becomes almost inevitable for them. So this brings us to the most important question. If managing our energy is the core secret to a fulfilling life, how do we actually strengthen and elevate it? The truth is, this is an incredibly profound and intricate life's work. My own mentor once told me this was wisdom not to be shared lightly, but I feel a deep calling to help more people awaken, to help them live with that divine clarity. That's why I want to share this with you freely. What I'm about to say is profoundly important. Whether you grasp its significance, whether it becomes the key that completely transforms your life, well, that depends on where you are in your own journey. The energy within a human being operates in 6 primary ways. First, there is the energy of your physical vitality, your life force. If this energy is depleted, you'll find yourself constantly feeling weak, getting sick, and your time here will be cut short. Think of some of the most brilliant minds in our recent history. They had immense energy in other areas, but their physical vitality was tragically weak. They were relentlessly consumed by their work, their vision, their mission, and they burned out far too young. You see these iconic founders and innovators constantly healing one part of their life while launching new projects, writing, recording, training, and mentoring others. These are all things that drain that vital life force. Their achievements were monumental, but the cost was immense, and they often left us far too soon. Some people might say they were sent here with a specific mission, and once it was done, they returned. You can admire them, but don't put them on an untouchable pedestal. The reality is, while they were here, they probably cherished life and longed for longevity even more than you or I. But their success grew so massive that it owned them. They became trapped by their own reputation, by the expectations, by the momentum. They were swept up in a current and had to keep pushing forward. They wanted a long life, but they simply couldn't have it. Your physical vitality is the most fundamental energy. It affects your health, your vibrancy, and your creative power. This energy is deeply connected to your environment, the way you breathe, what you eat, your daily habits, the changing of the seasons, even the alignment of the stars, and of course, your inner emotional world. I strongly encourage you to learn some foundational principles of ancient wellness traditions. If you do nothing else, at least explore the core texts of holistic health. This ancient wisdom is a whole new universe of understanding the body, and you could spend a lifetime learning its depths. Second is the energy of your consciousness, of your very soul. If this energy is weak, you'll feel lost, ignorant, and powerless. You'll be unable to control your own mind, your willpower, your desires, and your emotions. This includes all those inner demons, the toxins of the soul that drag you down, compelling you to make the same mistakes over and over, pushing you into a swamp of adversity, or even a bottomless abyss. So many of our modern struggles, anxiety, depression, anger, insomnia, procrastination, and all forms of addiction are, at their core, caused by a critically low level of consciousness energy. Truly wise people are those who have broken free from the control of their programming, their brain's old patterns, their past experiences, their cravings, their emotional reactions. They see the world as it truly is, and they act in harmony with universal laws and truth. In contrast, the average person is a puppet to their own mind, experiences, emotions, and desires. They see the world through a distorted lens and constantly act against the very laws that could bring them peace and success. I passionately urge you to dive deep into the wisdom of Eastern philosophies and the schools of thought that teach the unity of mind and action. When you truly understand these two principles, the energy of your consciousness will become incredibly powerful, making you profoundly wise and allowing you to move through life with an almost divine sense of purpose and clarity. The third source is the energy of your appearance and attire. A deficit of energy in this area will cause you to miss out on so many opportunities and connections with influential people. Why do celebrities always look so magnificent? Because from head to toe, every single detail on their body is meticulously cared for. Their hair, eyes, eyebrows, nose, teeth, necklaces, earrings, clothes, shoes, watches, bracelets, almost every element enhances their energy. Ask yourself, how much effort, time, and money have you truly invested in your own appearance? Remember this. From now on, you must cultivate a polished look that aligns with your profession. Know that sometimes your appearance can bring you more valuable feedback than your talent ever could. Why are there so many creators on social media who can attract millions of followers just by showing their face and making a few cute expressions? It's because they have invested deeply in their appearance, and that is a direct way to boost their own energy. Your appearance is a major field of study. If you take this energy seriously and dedicate time to mastering it, you will reap the benefits for the rest of your life. The fourth is the energy of contribution and giving. I'm going to say something serious now, and you might disagree. If a person goes their whole life without finding their own unique way to contribute and express themselves, without building their own ecosystem of giving, they can never truly turn their life around and live a good one. It's because the balance in their cosmic bank accounts of goodwill and blessings is just too low to make a withdrawal. Contribution is a form of love, and love is a force, a type of energy. I have never seen a person who makes other people's lives better who doesn't, in turn, live a better life themselves. A life of contribution can be broken down into three types: giving of your wisdom, giving of your resources, and giving of your simple, kind presence. You can do it offline or online, doing whatever you're good at, but you must be consistent over the long term. The longer you persevere, the stronger the energy becomes. The stronger the energy, the greater your wisdom, and the larger the balance in your account of blessings. The fifth source is the energy of your living and working space. Your home and your office are your personal sanctuary. The location of this sanctuary, its layout, decor, furniture, lighting, and sound, all of these combine to form a force that affects your life force and that of your partner, causing them to either rise or fall. Whether you feel happy, uplifted, and energetic each day, whether you can close that deal with a client, your sanctuary plays a crucial role. If you understand a little about principles like Feng Shui or the universal harmony between humanity and nature, you'll know that all the celestial bodies, the planets, the moon, the sun, the earth, mountains, buildings, and objects, they all radiate an invisible energy. And from a quantum perspective, your skin and your pores are like open gateways. All of these energies can enter freely, quietly, and profoundly influencing your health and your destiny. And the sixth source is the energy from your products and services. The structure of your product and service system, the efficiency of your sales process, and the quality of what you offer, all of these determine your ability to generate real wealth. There are many talented people in the world, so why is their financial potential never fully realized? It's because their offerings are held back by the system, quality, and efficiency of their products and services. We often hear about brand power, product power, and service power. In reality, these are all forms of energy generated by what you offer. The energy from your products and services can become so powerful that it makes people feel they absolutely have to buy. This is why some people seem to move through the world without ever worrying about making money. I strongly encourage you to study and emulate the absolute best in your industry. How do they generate energy in their products and services? How do they make what they offer so powerful that it becomes simply irresistible? So what is this journey of self-mastery really about? In truth, it's about managing and elevating these 6 types of energy. This is the real knowledge that helps you stand strong in life. When your physical life force energy is strong, you'll be healthy, open-minded, generous, and bursting with vitality. When your spiritual and conscious energy is strong, you will be wise, compassionate, and guided by your beliefs and ideals. You won't do foolish things. When the energy from your appearance and how you present yourself is strong, you'll find that people are naturally drawn to you, opening doors to more opportunities and help from the right people. When your energy of contribution and giving is strong, you become incredibly attractive, and good fortune will flow to you endlessly. When the energy of your living and working space is strong, you'll feel happy, energized, and closing deals will feel effortless. And when the energy of your products and services is strong, you'll be able to create great wealth. To explain these 6 energies in detail could take more than 10 hours, so I can only offer this brief summary, but I truly hope it's helpful for you. Next, I want to talk about how to maintain a high energy state. To start, you need to remember these 3 fundamental laws of energy. Law number 1. People with lower energy than you will doubt you, dismiss you, judge you, envy you, and attack you. Law number 2. People with energy similar to yours will like you, affirm you, appreciate you, and walk alongside you. Law number 3. People with higher energy than you will understand you, embrace you, protect you, support you, and help you succeed. A high energy state means your inner world is at peace without you having to force it. This has nothing to do with your family background, your looks, or your mood. As long as you know how to gather energy and keep your emotions stable, everything you desire will gradually be drawn to you. Gathering energy is simply raising your own vibration and luck. So how do you maintain this high energy state? There's a simple trick. Focus. When you eat, be fully present with your food. When you sleep, forget everything else and just sleep. When you work, work with all your heart. When you love, immerse yourself in that love without carrying the stress of work with you. Focus entirely on what you are doing right now, letting go of past worries and future tasks. Eating is just eating. Sleeping is just sleeping. Learning is just learning. Don't let the outcome become a crushing pressure. People who can do this often achieve the best results with ease. Live each day to the fullest, filled with faith in the future. This isn't about your looks, background, or income. It's about a deep sense of self-worth. That intense focus and sincerity is your best state of being. The process of focusing on yourself is the very process of restoring and elevating your energy. And for those people who drain your energy, don't overthink it. Simply stop investing your energy in them and focus on reclaiming your own sense of well-being. Here are 20 pieces of advice to help you maintain a high energy state and avoid wasting it. First, do not watch things that carry negative energy. This includes, but is not limited to, ghost stories, horror films, or any tragic or unsettling stories. Those who are physically sensitive are easily affected, leading to sleeplessness and anxiety. Even those in good health will have their energy depleted. Second, do not live according to other people's opinions. This doesn't just mean ignoring negative comments. It also means not becoming dependent on praise. If you rely too heavily on compliments, you'll unconsciously try to meet others' expectations, constantly worrying about disappointing them. This will make you increasingly uncomfortable and obsessed with what people think. Over time, when you do face criticism, you'll find it unbearable, which can lead to an internal crisis or even depression. It can start with praise to make you care about their opinion, and then they use that very care to attack you. Third, if you find it hard to take action but you know you're very smart, you might be someone with a naturally lower physical vitality. This is especially true for highly intelligent people who struggle with execution. To improve this, make sure your desk is always tidy. A cluttered desk obstructs the ability to act for someone with low physical energy. Before you start work, clear your desk, leaving only what you need. Keep your workspace as clear as possible when it's not in use. Fourth, do not overeat and avoid greasy, heavy foods. People with digestive issues should eat smaller portions and avoid things like fried foods, which can easily cause bloating and acid reflux. Someone else might eat a donut and be fine, but for you, it could mean an upset stomach for 2 days. After a meal, a nap should not last longer than 20 minutes. For a body that has a fiery nature but is physically sensitive, sleeping too long can cause that internal fire to blaze intensely, making you feel even more tired when you wake up, with a hot sensation in your face and neck. Fifth, keep your feet warm. For those of us who get cold easily, this can be the secret trigger for debilitating headaches. So the next time your head starts pounding, check your feet. Are they cold? If they are, I want you to try something. Soak your feet in a basin of hot water until they feel completely warm through, then immediately get into bed. When you wake up, you'll feel like a new person. And in the winter, make it a habit to wear fleece-lined boots and cozy thick socks to keep that warmth locked in. Interestingly, people who need to be mindful of this often have a powerful intuition, almost like a sixth sense. They can sometimes close their eyes and just see an outcome. Now, this isn't about winning the lottery, but it might manifest as correctly guessing a multiple choice question on a test or having a gut feeling about small, everyday things. Sixth, rise and rest with the sun. Make it a priority to go to bed early and wake up early. And when you do, get outside. Try to get at least 30 minutes of early morning sunlight, ideally between 7 and 8 a.m., at least 3 times a week. Soaking up that natural light is scientifically proven to boost your serotonin levels, which is the brain's natural happiness chemical. When your mood is high, you'll be amazed at how smoothly the rest of your life seems to flow. Seventh, curate your soundtrack. Be mindful of the music you listen to. Fill your ears with songs that have gentle, uplifting melodies. Actively avoid music that feels heavy, dark, or draining. Your auditory environment shapes your emotional state more than you realize. Eighth, if you feel like your luck has completely run out, it might be time to go home. I mean, truly home. Back to your hometown, to be near your parents, or the place where you grew up. There's a unique energetic field there, a frequency that is perfectly attuned to you. It's a way to reset your system and reconnect with your foundational energy. Ninth, for those of you feeling energetically low or physically weak, this is crucial. Unplug. Turn off the endless scroll on social media. You must stop exposing yourself to the constant stream of other people's problems and drama. Protect your peace. 10th, trust your gut. Stay away from people you get a bad feeling about from the very first meeting. This isn't about being rude, it's about being respectful of your own intuition while still being respectful to them. Simply maintain your distance. That first impression is your energetic system giving you vital information. If you feel a deep-seated dislike for someone right away, don't force a connection. The energy fields of two incompatible people will only clash and drain each other. Over time, that feeling of dislike will probably just intensify. So maintain a polite distance to avoid unnecessary conflict and to keep that negative energy far away from your life. 11th, keep your bedroom sacred and spotless. Now, why the intense focus on the bedroom? Because your bedroom is your personal sanctuary. It's the one space that belongs exclusively to you or to you and your partner. The positive energy, the good fortune generated in this space is concentrated on its occupants. A clean, uncluttered bedroom cultivates a pure, clear energy field for you. Conversely, a messy, dirty bedroom creates a stagnant, gloomy energy that will absolutely weigh down your spirit and your luck. 12. Pay attention to your personal talismans. Is there a specific object, an animal, or even a color that you feel an intense personal connection to? Something you feel truly represents you? That means its energetic frequency is in harmony with yours. Keep that thing close to you. It could be a small totem, a piece of jewelry, or even just an image. It will act as a shield, strengthening your personal power, warding off negativity from others, and attracting small bits of good fortune. But be aware, this is for everyday luck. It can't bring you life-altering fortune, as that is tied to your greater destiny, and trying to force that often comes with a heavy price. For example, if you've always felt a strange kinship with Dalmatians, as if they were your spirit animal, surround yourself with them. Get a Dalmatian if you can, or use their image as your phone's wallpaper or on a keychain. 13th, your home must have sunlight. The sun is the ultimate source of all life-giving energy. A home that is flooded with natural light warms your body and cultivates an energy of prosperity and well-being. It ensures the people living there have stable, positive moods and abundant vitality. A home deprived of sunlight becomes a place of shadows and gloom, making its inhabitants prone to sadness, lack of focus, and a persistent physical coldness, especially in their limbs and back during winter. Make it a non-negotiable ritual. Every morning when you wake up, pull back the curtains and let the sunshine pour in. 14th, release the need to save everyone. Respect other people's destiny. You ever notice how the wise elders in a community often live long, peaceful lives? It's because they've learned not to meddle in other people's business. You cannot force someone to climb who does not want to rise. Do not try to alter another person's fate. Tame your desire to fix people, and do not interfere with another person's karma. Their path is their own. 15th. This is a tough one. Do not take on the emotional burdens of others, not even your most beloved family and friends. When you absorb their pain and problems as your own, your subconscious mind begins to carry the weight of their destiny. You are here to live out your own mission, not anyone else's. You can only truly help others when your own cup is overflowing, when you are so strong and stable that your help doesn't diminish you. Trying to give from an empty vessel doesn't make you a martyr, it just pulls you both down. 16th, finally, embrace your own beautiful imperfection. So many things in life depend on more than just pure effort. They involve a complex web of timing, luck, and 1,000 other factors. Sometimes you can do everything right and still fall short, and that is okay. Be generous with yourself. You don't have to force every outcome. You don't have to be perfect at everything, because not everything is meant to go your way, and you were never meant to be able to do it all. 17th, let go of the demand for absolute fairness. You know, the people who are always talking about what's fair and what's not are often the ones who feel the most stuck in life, and the reason is simple. They fail to see the immense effort, the accumulated energy, and the generational advantages that others might have. Our focus shouldn't be on crying for fairness. It should be on gathering resources, knowledge, skills, connections. The more you gather, the more value you can add, not just to your own life, but to the legacy of your entire family. Arguing about fairness will only drain the precious energy you need to build your own future. 18th, you must build your emotional resilience. Stop getting so wound up every time you face a problem, and please stop replaying your past mistakes over and over in your head. A simple glance from a stranger doesn't automatically mean they're judging you or talking behind your back. When you let your mind run with thoughts like that, you're just building a prison of anxiety for yourself. The truth is, everyone has bad days. Everyone has made mistakes. That person probably had no ill intent toward you at all. Don't overthink it. Let it go and you'll feel your spirit become so much lighter. 19th, here is a simple 4-step framework for living a more intentional life. First, do not speak useless words. Second, do not make foolish decisions. Third, do not concern yourself with things that don't matter. And fourth, do not invest your love in someone who has no desire to grow. 20th, you must distance yourself from people who constantly diminish you. Take a hard look at the people around you, and yes, this includes your closest relatives. If they are constantly hitting you with negativity, invalidating your dreams, and sabotaging your progress, you have to get away from them as soon as you can. Even if it's your own parents, it might mean finding the strength to move out and create your own space. Remember, the most devastating kind of harm is the kind that silently kills your spirit. And finally, as your own personal energy grows stronger and rises higher, you'll begin to truly understand something profound about people. You'll see that there is no real right or wrong, no absolute good or bad. There are only people operating on different energetic frequencies. These frequencies manifest as different states of being, leading them to make different choices. You'll start to see how a calm and deliberate person often builds a life of quiet strength, how a gentle spirit attracts abundance, and how deep integrity creates lasting prosperity. The ultimate freedom comes when you can do this: allow yourself to be yourself and allow others the grace to be themselves. Thank you for joining us on this journey today here at Evolve Every Day. If these lessons resonated with you and brought you some value, please show your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and sharing it with someone who might need to hear this message. We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Which of these lessons hit home the most for you?